4, 3, 2, and away we go!
Tonight, live from the historic Grand Auditorium in Los Angeles, it's the second annual Cure Award, hosted by Gavin Conner, Chaz Murphy, Antonio Longo, Tom Jones, Queen Latifah, and Lauren Morgan.
Hey, here we are! Woo!
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
I'd like to thank Satan.
Hold on, Chaz has got a t-shirt gun. He's shooting a few
whoa.
shirts out there.
You almost hit me in the eye, bro.
Whoa. Antonio's giving out free PBRs. This is gonna be a night, my frids.
Let me load one of those into the t-shirt cannon.
Oh, yeah. See what happens. Get that back row. Whoa.
Oh, man.
Ooh,
I think I just hit Duff McKagan in the back of the head.
Yeah. Sorry. Well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Holy Hour podcast, the bi-weekly All Cure podcast. And tonight we are coming to you live for the special second annual Cure Awards ceremony. You guys voted, we tallied it up, and tonight we present The Cure with all the awards that they deserve. They are going to come home big winners, I think, tonight. I've got a good feeling that The Cure is going to really come out on top on this one.
Oh,
what do you think, guys?
I'd put my money on that, for sure.
It's about time.
Yeah. So needless to say, I am joined by Chaz and Antonio. Hi, guys. Welcome.
Hello, everyone.
And hello to everyone out there. Thank you in advance for voting. Oh, we do have a couple things we want to kick off the evening with before we dive into just handing out a billion trophies and such. We are gonna do one of our Patreon giveaways because the Cure shouldn't be the only ones that can win tonight. You guys are winners too. Everyone is part of the Patreon. I'm gonna try to share this screen. Here we go. What do you think, guys? Can you see it?
No, but as long as you
No?
can. I mean, I can see it, but I can't read it.
Okay, yeah, I'll just take my word for it. So we got some names here from the Patreon crew. We're going to spin this thing, and whoever it lands on, I'm going to buy you something from our fancy merch shop. Might be a mug, might be some socks, might be a little baby onesie, or a t-shirt. Hey, look at that. Matt Fisher is the big winner.
That was right on the line.
Yeah, it was real close. Ben, you were so close, man. You were so close. But it landed on Matt Fisher, who was just on the last little snippet of the last episode with his origin tale. So pretty good timing. And we're hoping to have Matt on the show again soon in some form or another. So yes, Matt, I will surprise you with a gift. It might take about 6 months. I don't move too fast on that. But I promise something will get there soon. So all right, so that's the first award of the evening. And if you want to get in on other Patreon giveaways, you know what you got to do. Head on over there and sign on up. And let's get on to some other Cure news. We got the Songs of the Lost World went gold. Big round of applause for Songs of the Lost World. It's officially gold now.
Which is a lot harder to do these days in the streaming world. So
Exactly. So like we were saying before we started, we all bought about 8 copies each, but at least we're actual humans. We bought it. We aren't corporate record company people buying 1,000 records, so it still counts. Pretty damn legit. And I think it's only going to get bigger and bigger. People are going to keep buying this album forever. So congrats there. And the other big Cure news was that Robert has been officially selected to curate the 2026 Teenage Cancer Trust shows at the Royal Albert Hall. So I'm assuming it's like a week long or a couple days worth of shows that he's putting together, and the Cure will top it all off with another mega show there. They have a good history of doing some cool stuff through the Teen Cancer Trust shows. So that's pretty exciting, pretty cool.
very
We'll
cool.
have to see how 2026 goes. I don't know if that really adds too much speculation into our touring thoughts or hopes or what. But
Depends if we're in a world war or not.
yeah, exactly. Who knows? 26 at this point. I'm like, cool. If any of us make it to that, great. So, but good to know. There's already something on the books for 2026 at least. So, all right. Well, let's get on with some actual awards here then, since there's not too much other Cure news going on as of now. So, how about we dive into the first topic of the evening? First category, best tour ever. The nominees were 1989 for Disintegration Prayer Tour, the Wish Tour in 92, and the most current Shows of a Lost World Tour. Expanded it from like the Euro side in 2023 through North America, South America, so the whole shebang of that. So, what do you think? Who was the big winner? Sure enough, the most recent tour has been voted the best Cure tour ever. So that's pretty amazing. I think a lot has to say that more people got to see them on this. I think there's probably a little just bitterness, or you just feel weird voting for a tour that you didn't even see them on,
Yeah.
So if somebody missed Disintegration or Wish, then you're more likely to vote for the one that you actually saw. So, but hell of a tour, indeed. So, pretty cool that they're still kicking that hardcore.
Yeah, I mean, heck, they sounded great. Robert fought Ticketmaster. Merch prices were good. I mean, wasn't too much to complain about.
Exactly.
They made their most money ever.
Yeah. Was
right.
it their most,
Yeah.
or was it second to Disintegration?
I think they said it was
Right?
their highest grossing tour.
Yeah. Which is crazy because I guarantee
Damn.
the percentage on the other tours were probably bigger from a ticket sales standpoint. Like, I mean, I know you have to look at inflation, but like,
Yeah.
the ticket prices they were asking for, are beyond below market value for current day.
Yeah.
So
I guess the cool thing with this year's awards, we gave you guys the write-in option, so just on the top here too. Unfortunately, with this survey, it compiled all the write-ins as a others category. So if it does win anything from the write-in, it would be an other win. But if you really dig into it, you can find everybody's write-in options. We'll try to rattle off some of these because they're pretty funny, or just knowing what came close. But the Kissing Tour in 87 got a couple votes. The Dream Tour, and then we just had the 2026 tour had a couple votes, and
The 2026
kinda-
tour.
Oh, 2016.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
he just got off his time.
I was like, God damn.
Yeah. It's gonna be that good that everyone's really anticipating it. So yeah, Picture Tour and the Disintegration anniversaries and the festivals in 2019. And not a big shocker. I kind of had a feeling that one might win, don't you think? Like
Yeah,
we said.
yeah.
Hard to say. All right. Coming up next, we're just going to keep plowing through. This was another new category that came up next. This one was the best reissue. Japanese Whispers, the 2024 reissue on vinyl, the Wish Deluxe in 2023, and then going back to the 2010 Deluxe of Disintegration. So, when do you guys want to do the honors? Which one was the big winner?
The envelope, please. And the winner of best reissue is Disintegration 2010 Deluxe.
Yeah, that was mine.
Yeah, it's hard to argue that one, especially with the CD, because I was thinking that the other day because I finally gave in and just ordered Entreat Plus on vinyl because I didn't have like the full one. I had the old one, but didn't have the full one. But it's cool because that's in the CD there, so you got like that whole album in there, so that's pretty rad on top of outtakes. And so,
I gotta get the CD. I don't have the CD because I have the vinyl.
Yeah,
I mean, I have two other versions of Disintegration on CD and
Right.
3 on vinyl, but hey, we're not counting.
Yeah, exactly. So the full package is pretty damn impressive, and it's Disintegration. You can't go wrong with any version of that. So bit surprising, I guess, as far as the others then. So the best reissues, Kiss Me. The glove one was actually good. That got a couple votes. I didn't think of that even because like the glove reissue had, Robert singing, even if they were kind of dubious redos or whatever, but it's cool to hear him singing it, So, yeah, so then Faith had a couple and pornography. Cool. All right, well, let's backtrack now to fashion, worst fashion. So we hit them right out of the gate with a really inner struggle for Cure fans because as far as the other options or write-ins, people did put, and there is no bad fashion for Robert. What's wrong with you people? So there were some complaints already in that. So none or never got 7 votes. So hockey jerseys got a few, but they weren't enough to make a dent. Head on the Door era got one, which
wild.
Maybe the gray suits just weren't there for somebody, but 98 to 2001, which was kind of a weird bracket, but sure. And 84, I guess they just thought the hair was a little too big in that era. So then our main categories were the 86 buzz cut, the 79 early, homie hike 'em up pants there. And Chaz had put in his vote for the 2004 to 2008 when he just kind of overdid the little gothy I'm wearing all black era, especially during the self-titled era.
Yeah.
I think so you want to read off that winner? What was the winner?
Sure.
Chaz?
And the winner is La La Land. I'm sorry.
Huh?
2004 to 2008. So
you got another.
I'm 2 for 3.
Don't keep it track, but we are, because they are color coordinated and Chaz is leading. So yeah, I guess you weren't alone in thinking maybe Robert was gonna overdoing it. I think maybe in that ones where he really did the black makeup, kind of lullaby style, where it went a little out of control, where he went all the way up to the eyebrow. So yeah, that was probably what everyone
Looking like he
was
put his
thinking,
makeup on a roller coaster.
Yeah. All right. So as we plow through, looking good. Oh, please bring out the envelope for best unreleased song. The nominees are Spilt Milk, Friday I'm in Love, Dave Allen Mix, and It Could Never Be the Same. It Can Never Be the Same. Dun, dun, dun. Best unreleased song, It Can Never Be the Same. Pretty much one of the bigger blowouts here. This got 70% of the votes. And it was roughly around 100. I wasn't at that, just so you know, on the percentages of how many. So pretty good. I think people weren't quite down with knowing what was up with the David Allen Friday mix and Spilt Milk. We all have a pretty good bootleg of that with the tingy MP3s out there, I guess. But it could never be the same. We need a studio version of that, I think. So cool. All right, you want to read off the next category? Who's got it in front of them? Best unreleased album.
For the best unreleased album / reissue concert. Oh, I was like WMS.
Sorry. Cure abbreviations, man.
Deluxe. Well, is Deluxe DLX?
Yeah. Yeah.
And Songs of a Lost World Companion.
Okay, so the next Songs of a Lost World album, whether it be The Leftovers or recorded in the same session, I think is what we all agreed on. Or other.
And the winner, what, 45%? 45?
Yeah.
Almost 50%. Songs of a Lost World Companion is the winner.
Another big blowout. Yeah. So everyone's saying, I could wait a little longer on Wild Mood Swings. Concert Curiosities, I think, definitely is one that maybe people didn't realize. Oh, yeah, that should be put back out in some form or another. So that gets a strong second place there. But yeah, I think we're all just anxious to see what else got recorded.
There. Yeah. Well, it is. It's like, we got our itch scratched and now we want more.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we just
Yeah,
didn't
and
have good options for that one.
Yeah, that was one I put. Let's see, we had both of that and the unreleased songs. I think people are a little confused on the albums. I think make a little more sense because we did have in the other category for 414 Scream. Some people wanted, somebody voted for Show, a deluxe version of that, even though that we totally missed that boat for now. But Show with the encores would have been cool. I don't know why they didn't put that out on CD, like a deluxe version of that, like they did for Paris, even just putting that out. But yeah, and on the unreleased song, I think that was just too confusing as far as a teacher would take that off the test because too many people were confused about that because everybody was just like listing B-sides and shit, and I'm like, no, those got released.
Yeah.
So we have best B-sides. We have a few hours after this. We have My Choice Was Too Late. And then we have Halo. And the winner is going to be Halo. I don't think it's a big surprise. But yeah, there's a very close. We have Halo, and then we have Too Late coming in just behind it. Like 5% behind, and then we have another percent behind would be Other. Do we have those?
The collective Other beat out a few hours after this, but within the Other we had, let's see, the majority was leaning towards Twilight Garden, so I think that should earn it at least nomination for next year. This Twilight Garden, and of course, Exploding Boy was hanging in there strong too with a few votes. Fear of Ghost and Pink Dream were the other ones that got numerous votes. Then it was a bunch of one-offs that went on for quite a bit. It was pretty much every classic B-side got at least one vote. So, and a few non-classics, which was kind of surprising. Like Pillbox Tales got a vote, and Speak My Language, which I never thought would be anybody's favorite B-side, but sure, cool. Yeah. And who else? We got let's see, Shade of Flowers, Scared as You, New Day. Descent, Summer, Snow and Summer, Harold and Joe even got one. Man Inside My Mouth, and To the Sky, I think was all of them. Japanese Dream too got one.
Way too many options.
Yeah, so every
dilutes
this
the
is
pool.
like it's like the political third party thing, right?
They all get a seat, and
like, if you had all just pulled together and voted for this Twilight Garden, it probably would have won. But oh well, so very cool though. But yeah, that was the first one where the Other really kind of exploded with the write-in option, I think. So cool. All right, moving on to best bootleg. We got this one, was a little weird too, because everybody, if they are going to write in something, it's just going to be some random name that you may, if you have it, you might know it. If not, it's going to be like Nightmare of You, the bootleg or something like that, or it's just going to be some weird ass name. But we did have 3 nominees. Let's see. We had the Kissing Tour bootleg from 87. I believe Chaz said it was from Birmingham.
Birmingham.
I should have wrote that in.
Birmingham.
Then I had voted for the Acoustic Days.
You would have.
Acoustic Days, because gotta love that MTV Unplugged. And Antonio had the Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me bootleg of the demos from Kiss Me. And the winner is Chaz again with the Kiss Me 87 Birmingham. I wonder if everyone just knows that bootleg. They're like, fuck yeah, that one's rad. Or they're just like, fuck yeah, 1987 Kissing Tour. So, either way. Very cool. Let's see what the percentage was. How big of a blowout was that one? Pretty big. 45%.
Pretty beefy.
Kissing Tour. Yeah, it's a beefy win. My Unplugged got 35%, so that was pretty good. Demos not so much, and then the other boys there just filling it in. So I'll read off some of the names for the other bootlegs. So if anybody has these out there or goes record shopping, keep an eye on that. This is some good ones. But I thought In Orange would get numerous. They got maybe I just didn't write the number, but in orange one. Faith Demos, Play for Today. Arboreal, is that a word?
Chlorophyll.
Arboreal. One called M. Hamburg 2002. The Dreams Come True bootleg. And this one actually was worth noting, the complete B-sides 87 to 92. So it was like, and I think it was worth noting on just CD. That was like the best bootleg pre-vinyl resurgence, was when it was pre-Join the Dots. But I loved having that bootleg of all the B-sides because it was basically Join the Dots before Join the Dots, and a lot of those you couldn't fucking get on anything. So,
I forgot that I have a weird pictures of you like CD bootleg that's like got like pictures of you on it. Like it's kind of like the single CD, but then it has like just like a bunch of random weird like shit on it. Like it was like one of those, like I found it like, in a CD pile for $1 at a record store, and I was like, what the fuck is this? But you're coming home with me.
Good finds of that stuff. So Razor Cuts remix. I don't know if that's all remixes or what, but and then one called Japanese Something 1980. I don't know if they were writing it's Japanese something or if it's actually called Japanese Something 1980.
Is it turning Japanese?
Who knows?
I mean,
Drunk grandpa that wrote that one down?
Yeah, maybe.
Japanese something.
Whatever. Totally. So cool. All right. This one is another new category, best cover of a Cure song. And our nominees were Dinosaur Jr., Just Like Heaven, Cult Later, Fascination Street, Alkaline Trio with Exploding Boy, that's Moreau, and Soft Kill. And their cover of and their cover of Perfect Girl. And the winner is Antonio. You want the honors?
and the winner is Dinosaur Jr.
Yeah. Not a big shocker there, but we'll get them their one big win, and then we'll get more adventurous on the next one. So.
And well, shout out to the 5 people that voted for Cult Leader.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, but all sad. It was all like one. We all like, Antonio, was that you?
Yeah, exactly.
So very cool. Yeah, Dino got 50% of the votes on that one. So pretty rad. Worst Robert Smith Cure collaboration on a new song or on an original song. And here to present the envelope is the boys from Blink-182. So let's see. This is gonna be real awkward if they won, guys. I don't know. So what are the nominees, fellas?
So this one was Blink-182 with All of This. We have Saffron with Just Say Yes. And then we have Eat Static in All Worlds.
Static.
Yeah, I don't even know that one. So
yeah. It's like the most unmemorable Robert collab ever.
Yeah. And the winner with a whopping 52.5%, a majority.
Ooh.
Oh wait, no! Did I miss this? No, you got it. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
So
52. Sorry.
Yeah, with the majority, we have Saffron with Just Say Yes, and the other was only 5 other songs.
Yeah.
So that's
5. Yeah. So a big chunk for that on the Greatest Hits album. Would you ever imagine?
Yeah.
This is such an unliked song. And then so the others, let's see what other ones were written in. There weren't a lot, but we had where's collab? Oh, Korn.
Yeah.
Even though we disqualified Korn because we thought it would be too much of a blowout, and it was songs that were already written, so we wanted it to be original songs. But I like to feel that Cure fans were so passionate against Korn in their hearts that they're like, I'm still writing it in.
Yep.
So very cool. No,
Yeah, at the end of the day, it still sucks.
yeah. So no opinion, and the Gorillas one got a hated
Wow.
vote, so,
Yeah.
which
A lot of hate for Blink-182. So they came
yeah,
in
so
second,
that's up there,
yeah.
which is a little surprising. I thought the Eat Static, I think the Eat Static one just suffered because nobody can remember
Yeah, I
if they
didn't know.
even hated it or not. It's just like, have I even heard that?
I just hate the name. So
Yeah, it's not good. So, all right. We got instrumentation awards coming up now. So best keyboards. You want to read the nominees for that one? Anybody?
Best keyboards. Like keyboard part, not actual
Keyboard
keyboard. We're not,
parts.
you know,
yeah, he played in a song. Yeah.
We
so-
have Disintegration, Play for Today, and All I Ever Am. So it's actually, I do like how this one is very much spread out through the timeline. Good chunk
Yeah.
here. But I'm going to open this envelope here. And the winner is Disintegration. Can anything with that word lose today?
I don't think so.
nope.
Yeah, part of me did wonder.
Yeah.
It was like 40% if they're just voting for the whole album, or if they really caught that it was the song. I'm assuming they would catch that it's a song, but because it's a weird keyboard part when you really listen to it. I don't know. It's a very because maybe I don't know when you're making that your nomination, were you thinking the because keyboards and guitar play that, but then it has like the sequencer part too.
Yeah.
In there, which is pretty badass. But then just like big epic strings to it too, So
Yeah.
it really is like just a whole epic feel with the keys. So it's
I think
cool
he's got
that
a lot
the
of shit going on in that song.
yeah. So I kind of dig that. It won more for atmosphere
Yeah.
as opposed to like a big riff,
Yeah.
Play for Today. I would think is just like the big home run swing keyboard riff kind of thing, and so yeah, pretty cool and cool to see All I Ever Am, not trailing far behind such an epic, keyboard song. So yeah, so that was an interesting category too. And I thought maybe that would be one where people were just like, y'all are just fucking bonkers. It's the Walk or something, like it would have been pretty easy to pick ones because I think we were pretty obviously picking ones that didn't get nominated that last time. But so yeah, in the others category, Homesick kind of led, and then Plain Song, which I think was the big winner last year. Let me take a quick glance at last year's. Yeah, Plain Song was the winner last year. And what else? Somebody put From the Edge of the Deep Green Sea with a smiley face. I think they're being
Thank you.
cheeky with
Appreciate
us.
Love it.
That ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Alone got some votes. Close to Me. The Troxy version actually was a specific. Said Close to Me with the Troxy version with Robert singing along to the keyboard part.
Appreciate that.
So, yeah, another cheeky one there. And A Forest again. Same deep water as you, and Doing the Unstuck, which is interesting.
All right.
Do it.
Yeah.
Like
Get
it.
unstuck. Come on.
Get unstuck.
Come on, do it now.
All right. Now is the bass guitar category as we move on to this one. We got some interesting
like,
choices
"What?"
here. We'll
What's a
finally get a good
penis
get a big gearhead question here. We got our nominees for the coolest or best bass guitar that Simon is here just chuckling like a schoolboy over there.
I'm just
Our nominees.
I'm so pleased at how many votes this got.
It's insane. So yeah, the nominees are the Gibson Thunderbird that he used roughly around Wild Mood Swings and Dream Tour. Then we got the black on black precision bass that popped up throughout the years. and Simon's dong from the start of his career in 1960 to the present day. So, and yeah, the real chuckles come when you look at the pie graph of this, because we got the winner is the Fender Precision bass, so we kept it classy enough. 35% of the vote, and not too far behind was Simon's dong coming in second.
Usually, yeah.
Beating out the beautiful Thunderbird.
Yeah,
I can't
seriously.
believe- So what the hell?
Hey, Gibson, you might as well close your doors right now. You're losing
Yeah,
that dongs.
so, there you go, guys.
Oh man,
The best is Henson taking the quiz and he's asking me questions as he's going. Simon's dong, which one's that? I'm like, it's a just you're probably gonna want to vote for the Thunderbird.
I see your wife poking her head in from the other room.
Yeah, she's just shaking her
You're
head
like,
from around
you're
the-
like, don't ask your music teacher if you can play with the
Yeah. I want to get one of those Simon's dongs bass, you know.
When I grow up, I'm gonna play Simon's dong on stage.
Yeah.
exactly.
It's like, take a number, kid.
So does my wife.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. The Rickenbacker got quite a few votes. The black hollow body they used for disintegration through Wish also got some mentions. The pink Schecter, and Henson actually voted for the blood splatter one he used at the Troxy show. That was pretty rad. On the back you could see it had like a little blood splatter print, and the Ernie Ball Stingray bass that he uses in orange.
Nice.
All got mentions, so lots of cool guitars, man. All right, so we'll move on from that one there if we can. And drums are up next, so the best drum track on a Cure song. Whew, you want to read the categories or the nominees there, Chaz?
Sure. Best drum track. We have End Song, Burn, and Hanging Garden. And this one was also really, really close. We have in third place, it looks like we have Hanging Garden, and then we have End Song, and then we have Burn, right?
Actually, Hanging Garden
got it wrong.
or End Song was third. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so we have
By
End
one.
Song
Yeah.
with 28%.
One vote.
Yeah. End Song with 28%, Hanging Guard with 29%, and Burn coming in first with 36.
Yeah, so Burn still wins. I believe that was last year's winner. We speculated it's got to be in there. It's just going to win. So, but like we said, close. That's
I am curious though, if we
close.
don't put it in next year, will it be the write-in winner?
Maybe. Let's see. I'm surprised old Lowell came in second with a slamming Lowell beat.
There you go.
It is a pretty
Yeah.
sick beat, that Hanging Garden drum.
I mean, if you ask
Beats
him, I'm
out
sure he
End
would tell
Song.
you he wrote a lot more. He probably wrote a
Yeah,
couple
yeah.
of those.
Totally. Like you said earlier, it's nice when they do scan the whole, career there.
Yeah.
So, and it's that close. Shows that it's pretty solid from start to finish there. Or not finished, but present day.
Oh,
Anyway,
we did get some write-ins on that. Nothing crazy.
Oh, yeah. Let's read out some write-ins. What do we got? Promise.
Promise,
That
yeah.
was a surprising
Yeah.
write-in, which does have cool drums. Fascination Street,
Yeah.
Closed Down, Short-Term Effect,
Okay.
Fragile Thing, Last
Yeah,
Dance.
that's more of like a grooving in the pocket.
Last
bass.
Dance, really?
Yeah, I don't
Last
know.
Dance. Yeah,
Okay.
okay. Cool drums. And Give Me It. But I think there was an asterisk next to it. It was like just the drum part. Give Me It.
Well, the
It's
thing
like,
is,
all right, well, that's what we're talking about. That counts. So, yeah, all cool beats, but yeah, I wouldn't say they're the shining, example of cool drum beat in the song, So I think it's pretty just with these songs. So, well done, people. Burn still on top of the pile there. All right, let's move on to sick guitar leads or solo parts.
This is
And,
surprising.
ooh, Whoa, yeah.
Wow.
We got the nominees are A Strange Day, Three Imaginary Boys, and Drone No Drone, and write-ins. And again, one of the bigger blowouts. We have the winner as A Strange
Oh,
Day.
wow, yeah,
People
that's
do
a
love
blowout.
that line. So
It's such like it's
Call
not
it a-
even like
Not
it's
even
so
remotely
like
close.
subtle and like
yeah,
just like I don't know, such a groove with it, and it's just I don't know. You would think that it would be something like I don't know, one of their rockier songs, you
yeah,
know?
like the wrong number
Yeah,
solo or
yeah, yeah,
something.
yeah, something like that.
But yeah, it's always impressive because yeah, is it even a solo? Is it a lead part? Is it just a cool line? You know, but it crushed it 58%. So you know, more than half on that, and then Drone No Drone actually came in second with Three Imaginary Boys, hanging in there with 13%. So yeah, that was pretty surprising on that one too. And as far as others on that one, Edge of the Deep Green Sea, of course, came in there. All I Want was kind of a surprising one, but that does have some pretty cool guitar work on that. Probably cooler than the actual song, some of the riffs in that song. And the song Blood Flowers, so that's pretty cool. And The Kiss, cool guitar
Yeah, I
stuff
can
on
see
that
that.
for sure. Eh. And then just kind of one-offs with 39 Apart, Fragile Thing again. There's like one real diehard Fragile Thing.
They just wrote it in for everything.
Just for
Even favorite
everything.
album, Fragile Thing.
Yeah. All I Ever Am, Letter to Elise, and Safe Deep Water Is You, actually.
Okay. Wow.
So,
I'm
yeah.
I'm really surprised that there's no real
Shredders.
yeah, no real,
Yeah.
Nothing
even
off the
no
self-titled
write-ins
record?
like X song with Reeves on guitar.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
That really
It's
surprises me that Strange Day was really took that away.
yeah.
So congratulations.
Very cool that our listeners anyway of Cure fan caliber tend to lean towards the nice melodic guitar line over the raging solo, I guess, you know, and stuff like Same Deep Water as You and Letter to Elise. And so yeah, even the song Blood Flowers just has a really cool line in it, you know. So cool. All
What
right.
about
Well,
Just Like Heaven, man?
yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that would count. So, I think everyone just assumes Just Like Heaven's going to be like in a billion other categories, so you can't really. All right, best vocal time. Let's put the guitars and drums down and concentrate on Robert's glorious voice. So
This is a surprise for me.
yeah,
A little
yeah.
bit. Like
Yeah, it was
considering
a little.
yeah.
And yeah, so the nominees were this is Best Robert Vocal Performance, End Song, Burn, and Same Deep Water as You. And the big winner is Same Deep Water as You. So again, leaning into that sad Cure. So yeah, I was surprised too that at 49% too. It wasn't
Well,
a
it's
squeaker.
50% actually, 49.5 if you
50
round up. But it's
Yeah.
I really thought End Song would kind of do better just because it's like a newer.
Yeah.
Everybody was
Yeah,
in love with
going on
that.
the
But Burn is like that's a only 10%. That's a shocker.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty
Best
crazy.
vocal write-ins. The song Disintegration had quite a few. I think that was the winner last year.
Yeah, that's
so,
what. Yeah, because we had to pick
Yeah.
different ones this year. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So pretty cool that came close again. Alone, which is up there with End Song, you know, as far as the new ones, and Untitled actually got a couple there.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh.
A Fragile
Again,
Thing.
Fragile Things. Prayers for Rain, which is good singing one. The Kiss, I Just Need Myself. That was a surprising vote. So glad that made it in. Push, A New Day, 1,000 Hours, Sinking, and Pirate Ships. So again, leaning on the sad, which I'm a big fan of course. But yeah.
Very
Pretty
cool.
cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Learning something new every day.
Yeah,
Yeah, for real.
Everybody loves that. Everyone's really sad that listens to this podcast. we're all just really depressed. Let's see. Next one is what?
Yeah,
Best
logo.
logo. Okay. So which era Cure or album had the coolest logo? You want to read the nominees there, Antonio?
Sure. For best logo, we have Mixed Up / Never Enough, Head on the Door, and Pornography. No, not that kind, you dirty little birds.
Did we do a bad job of nominating this one?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Bad
what.
job
Yeah.
nominated. Damn.
And,
Yeah, this one. Yeah, again, it was
another big landslide here at 47%. The winner goes to the Head on the Door logo.
Yeah. So
But
again,
But other beat
other
out the
beat
other
out,
two
yeah.
nominees, which is,
yeah.
I mean, there's probably different things in there, but still, like, those two other ones.
Yeah,
that
what do we
picked
have?
weren't favorites.
We've got for the write-ins on best logo, we've got Drop C got the most with 9, and then we got the Wish logo, the current Songs of a Lost World logo, which is cool. You know, people adding in that current. Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me got a couple. The Top got a couple, and then All.
Somebody wrote in all their logos are great.
Oh, okay.
So,
I was like,
Lies.
I'm like the band All.
all of
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah. So collectively, none of those beat out the other choices from, or
No,
individually,
yeah.
I guess, didn't beat out. But yeah, pretty wild. I guess I guess because the pornography one, as cool as it is, it doesn't really like scream the album porn. You know,
Yeah,
you
it's
can
very
see
subtle.
that font and not really know that it's the album Pornography, maybe, and and mixed up's just mixed up. So I think
Yeah.
everyone's
I mean, but
just
one of the things
gonna-
that is so cool though is that that they've had so many, which is
Yeah.
actually a rarity. Like from a marketing standpoint, it's like they do say you're supposed to give yourself a refresh every few years, but like subtle. But
Yeah.
some of these are like drastically different, and there's so many. So it's a pretty, it's a pretty insane testament to that.
For sure, yeah, yeah, and I think matching with a good album and everything too always helps. Head on the Door is a fucking awesome album. So even if like the Blood Flowers, logo was the best one ever, it would be tough to be, I think as much as you want to disconnect them, you're always going to sort of have the association with it. So it's, cool. All right, well. Take your trophy and have a seat. Head on the door. We got another category coming up. We got worst cover art. So, speaking of Blood Flowers, we got our nominees are Blood Flowers, The Top, and the Just Like Heaven single cover. And we got quite a few write-ins on this one. So, yeah. Let's see. Should we list off some of the write-ins before we do
this?
write-ins?
Yeah.
It's always, let's see. So worst was the self-titled. This was the one that everybody was afraid to vote against the children, but at least 6 people were like,
including
fuck
your
the
child.
children.
yeah.
Including Hudson. He said, no, that one's terrible. So vote for that. So self-titled, and then we got 4 votes for people saying none of their album covers are bad. What are you talking about? So, diehard loyalists, so you can't. 2 people didn't like the 3 Imaginary Boys. 3 or so said 413 was the worst. Songs of a Lost World even got a vote for the worst album cover. Guess they weren't into the space rock. So, or Wild Mood Swings, and even Old Man Buttons on Standing on the Beach got a vote. Oh, poor. Who doesn't love old
What about Galore with the baby on the front of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That didn't get any votes, but But yeah, but the nominees we had, let's see, we'll work our way back up. We got 5% for Just Like Heaven single, and the top with 29%. And the big winner for worst album cover this year, anyway, is Blood Flowers.
So pixelated.
Mostly so
Yeah, it's very
pixelated. So
pixelated.
yeah, I still wonder if it could have been saved with a little better, resolution or something. So
Yeah, you get somebody to do copy and paste work, and you don't rely on MS Paint in 1999 to do your do your fucking artwork.
Hey, we should have Scott try to fix it up.
recreate. Yeah, look at this. That should be a Cure Arts collab thing of like redo the Blood Flowers album cover. So
Oh, that's not a bad idea for an art contest.
yeah, so we're getting into the thick of it now. This is getting on to best full-length live video. So concert video basically is what we're getting at. Chaz, you want to read off these glorious
Sure.
nominations?
We have 2/3 of Trilogy, which was mine, I think. Yeah. And we have the Troxy show, and then we have the Anniversary in Hyde Park. And coming in first place and the winner, we have the Anniversary in Hyde Park, taking in 34% of the vote. We have the Troxy show with 29% and 2/3 of Trilogy coming in at 19%. So yeah,
Anniversary, big winner.
Big
Recent
winner.
show. Yeah, all those are pretty recent too. That's pretty funny. I didn't realize that at the time, but later Cure. But yeah, that Anniversary one's good. Just that sunshine makes it hard to. I thought this would be one that maybe the write-ins actually take away the trophy on, but as far as the others on this one, we had votes for, of course, In Orange was very close, got 13 votes, and Show, and somebody voted for all of Trilogy, 3 out of 3 parts of Trilogy, not just 2/3, and Play Out, actually, which I don't know if that would be considered, but I guess so. It was mostly a live DVD or VHS, I guess, and but didn't win, so we don't have to argue it too hard. So we'll give it to you. So Anniversary is the big winner, Hyde Park. So Tim Pope, here is your award. We'll send it out to you anyway, and congrats. Best live album, audio only, is the next category. Our nominations are Curation 2018 and Entreat Plus from 1989 and Show from 1992. And the big winner is Show with 34%. Again, these are pretty close. So 34 votes, 35%, I guess, Show. Next runner-up was Entreat Plus and Curation. And then combined others just got 12. So any other notable ones for audio? Let's
Paris?
see. Yeah, it has to be in here. Paris was the next runner-up, which was the winner last year. So kind of sweet that it handed it off to Show since Paris was the winner this year, since they always go hand in hand. The original Entreat, so going back to that, where people were dissatisfied by the extended version of Entreat, but they loved the short version. Concert got 3 votes, and Troxy. So
nice.
So yeah, I forgot to even really consider Troxy as the audio because that came out so recently. But yeah, that's a great live album. So very cool. And Show is the big winner. Best music video is up next. Dun 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 dun. This one. Yeah, this one is pretty interesting too. You want to read those off, Antonio?
Sure. For best music video, our nominations are In Between Days, Mint Car, Never Enough, and other.
A big chunk of
A
others.
big chunk of others. So we have a
Yeah.
lot of opinions on best music video. Let's
Yeah.
take
And
a
this is another
look.
one that we didn't do the same ones from the year before, right? I
Yeah,
Yeah.
think
we tried to
Lullaby
because
was
last year Lullaby was the big winner. Close to Me and Pictures of You were the runners up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and Lullaby, as far as write-in, got it was a tie for the most with Close to
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
yeah,
So it's still, people are still
the
feeling strong about
yeah.
it. But then we also got a few for Pictures of You. The 13th got a few. A Night Like This got a couple. Wrong Number. Love
Come on,
Cats.
people.
I know. Then we got Friday
That
I'm in
snake was
Love.
cool.
Hot. Ooh, snakes. I hate
Snakes.
snakes. And Just Like Heaven got one because, you kind of have to put it in there, I guess. But the winner with 41% In Between Days.
Yay.
Best video. Yeah, that sounds about right. And then the collective others beat out Mint Car and Never Enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's But did they actually beat it out? Not really, because individually, right? They didn't. Close to Me had 9, Lullaby had 9, and even the lowest, Never Enough, had 11.
Yeah.
So
We
weird.
so we have we have 2 new kittens in the house we adopted like right before Thanksgiving. And one of them, Iggy, he's like obsessed with boxes like most cats, right? So I won a basket in a raffle for a benefit that I was sponsoring with PBR, and the basket's this like little red basket, and the handles on it, like go up and they're like curved, like kind of like a steering wheel. And Iggy loves to sit in it. So he sits in it sometimes and he looks at me and all I think of is Robert Smith in the Min Car video. And then like in my head, I'm just picturing like
He's just driving
him
around.
driving around.
Nice.
So it's like we always like every time he's in it, like Melissa and I'll be watching TV, I'll be like, "Up, Iggy's doing Mint Car again."
Yeah, you gotta make a little video of it.
I know, that's what I was thinking of. I was like, I totally should just make a makeshift video.
Sounds good. Very cool. So yeah, again, everybody had different opinions, but collectively, they should all communicated with each other and grouped up on us. They could have won, I think, if they had all agreed upon one of the others. But oh well. In Between Days is a solid win. Hard to argue that one. So, all right. Here's another one. This is a little closer on this one. Best song on Songs of a Lost World. Since everybody's still kind of bouncing around on this album a lot, trying to pick their absolute favorite. And the nominees are End Song, and then Back to the Start with Alone, All I Ever Am, and then the freedom to write in your own favorite. And the winner was, with 37%, End Song. So the finale, the epic finale wins, just edging out over Alone at 24, All I Ever Am, 19%, and 20 votes of Other. So most of those, let's see, what did other people think for
Fragile
Songs
Thing?
of a Lost Thing?
Yeah, I was
I'm
looking
sure
for it.
somebody got voted at least for that. Did I not write the other ones?
No,
in
you
for that one?
didn't. Yeah.
Oh no, I missed it.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking for. I'm
We'll
like,
never
wait a
know.
minute.
Sorry. There's a lot of typing in and weird numbers.
Yeah.
Well, we could just imagine that it's probably a couple songs from Songs of the Lost World.
Yeah, exactly. But it does show that people are really loving this album all the way around because it's it's not massive blowouts. It's not like I think it's pretty cool.
So pretty solid there, and I think just from all the live stuff, the love had already been pretty established for Alone and Song. So
Yeah, I mean, there's
sense.
no filler on the record, and I mean, cutting it to 8 songs, I think was kind of probably did that on purpose.
All right. Perhaps the biggest blowout of the evening. You guys ready? Brace yourselves.
Holy
We're not
shit.
talking about my underwear either, guys.
There we are. We got the best co-producer award for 2025. And yeah, you want the honors, Chaz? You want to read these guys off?
Sure. We have Paul Corkett, David Allen, and Mike Hedges. And coming in first and taking away the award in a landslide with 77.9%, we have David Allen. Come get your award.
And there was no write-ins for this, by the way.
No write-ins. Ross Robinson didn't even vote.
Proof he does not listen to our podcast because he hates us.
Yeah, I think. Call me crazy, but I think he probably didn't make it this far with us.
No, I don't think so. Not after that first joke.
But yeah, 74%. That's 79. Was it almost 78% there? So yeah, pretty crazy. And not surprising. So pretty cool. Next, we got best lineup. This one didn't seem to cause much confusion last time, but when I looked at the others, in particular the write-ins, it seemed to get a little convoluted. But the best best lineup for The Cure. Let's see, we had 2022 to the present, so meaning from when the touring started. So that includes Perry. So 1989 post Lowell asterisk, meaning once they started touring for Prayer Tour, and Lowell was not part of that lineup. Then we had 1990 to 1992, again being post Roger, but with Perry on guitar. So mostly the Wish era there and tour. And some write-ins. So the big winner is going to be 1989 Prayer Tour Disintegration. Roger on keys. We got poor old Boris, Robert, Simon, Theodore, all of them. The whole gang is there. And yep, it sounded great.
Tonight we're going to party like it's 1989.
1989. So didn't win best tour ever, but best lineup for touring ever is that. And so yeah, that was 31% coming in. Pretty much a tie right behind that. Yeah, both 28% was the current present day lineup with Perry and Roger. And then just Perry in the Wish era on guitar, so, and keys. And then the write-ins, mostly just the original Simon, Lowell, and Robert got the closest for write-ins. A couple weird ones though, 87 to 89 with Lowell. So I don't know if that was in retaliation
that was
to our
definitely.
without Lowell.
Yeah.
So,
that was a jab.
Good one, Lowell.
directly.
yeah. And all, as in all their lineups are great.
Oh, you cheeky bastards.
And then we had ones like 85 to 89.
84 to 88.
Yeah, that's the weirdest one.
Yeah,
84 to
like,
88. It's like totally
That's when I
different.
start it and I turn it off.
Yeah. So we won't dwell on that too much.
Just
but yeah, some of
85 and
these-
86. Like,
Yeah, so that was the head on the door and standing on a beach. So that makes sense. But yeah, at best single. And then we're down to the wire here, guys. Last four or so. And best single ever. So it has to be released as an actual single was the only prerequisite. We tried to steer away from last year's, which we had Charlotte Sometimes, which did make it back. Pictures of You and Just Like Heaven. And Just Like Heaven was the big winner this year. Chaz, you want to read these bad boys off?
Sure. This year we had Love Song, Charlotte Sometimes Again, and Lullaby. And coming in, well,
and a bunch of others.
technically others came in first place, which we'll go through. But
Yeah,
in first place, we have Charlotte Sometimes with 32.7% of the vote. And then coming in second, we have a tie between Love Song and Lullaby at 16.8%. But as far as others go, we have, let's see here.
So yeah, the others collectively category one, but
Yeah.
individually
Yeah.
none of them beat out Charlotte
Yeah,
sometimes.
we have coming the single votes. We have Alone, fucking fragile thing. All right, we get it. Primary, Let's Go to Bed for Us. Never enough. Are you guys
Yeah,
fucking with
you
me?
like that?
You're fucking with me. You're fucking with me. 13th.
Just you.
Yeah.
Other voices, Killing an Arab, Love Cats got 2 votes. High, In Between Days, Pictures of You, Fascination Street, and then Just Like Heaven got 12.
So yeah,
So
almost enough there for
yeah,
12.
but the best
Eh.
single is Charlotte Sometimes.
Antonio finally got his Charlotte Sometimes
Right,
award.
some respect.
Accepting this award on behalf of
Is my dog
the
Charlotte.
Cure. There you go. So yeah, it's and further proving, I think if Just Like Heaven been in there, they probably would have just clicked it. But some people were too lazy to write in Just Like Heaven, so they just clicked our 3 choices like
I'll
to
take
be
it.
done with this.
Hey, a W is a
damn
W.
thing.
Listen to that.
Yeah, but we'll see. So yeah, pretty cool. Charlotte Sometimes, big winner as we move into best song then. So it doesn't have to be a single, doesn't have to be technically no real limits on this one, just best Cure song. And we've got our nominees are A Letter to Elise, Sinking, A Forest, and then the option to write in whatever you want. This one was pretty even all the way around. But the big winner is A Forest. So often voted in as the best Cure song through polls throughout the years. So technically not a surprise, but did beat out the fan favorite deep cut Sinking and A Letter to Elise. So yeah, A Letter to Elise got closer with 23, Sinking 19. Collectively, the write-ins were the next closest to A Forest. Only, but what was the most prominent write-in for best song? The song Disintegration, which was last year's biggest
winner, right?
big winner. Just Like Heaven, From the Edge of the Deep Green Sea, Untitled, Pictures of You, and then single votes for Open, Close to Me, Halo, Homesick, Same Deep Water as You, Burn, Only Tonight We Could Sleep, 100 Years, Primary, Figurehead, basically every Cure song. Siamese Twins, Drowning Man, Strange Day, Plain Song, Faith, All Cats Are Gray, and Love Cats.
I tell you what, between all the write-ins in our 3 categories, that makes a really good Cure mix.
Yeah.
It does.
Best songs, good.
That's a good
thinking.
playlist right there.
Yeah. So if we need another
Good job, people.
Cure play mix out there, we'll throw that together for you. So pretty cool. And so the big winner is A Forest. So fittingly. All right, before we do the big honors of the big album of the big night, let's do a shittiest album. Let's do the worst studio album by The Cure. In true holy hour fashion, we can't let their egos get too out of control here. We got to take them down a notch before we praise them. So, the worst studio album by The Cure. The nominees are The Top, 1984, 413 Dream from 2008, and the self-titled album from 2004. 55% of the vote went with self-titled. Oh, you truly are listening to the holy hour. So if anyone starts getting a little bothered by all our top hatred, just know that we will always hate the self-titled album more.
And 413 probably more.
Can we
14,
we
apparently.
really have to read the write-ins.
Yeah, so there's some good stuff on the write-ins too. But yeah, good 55% for the self-titled, 413, not too far behind, and then the top. And the write-ins, you want to do the honors with that, Antonio?
Sure.
There's some good ones.
So we have None gets 2 votes.
Yeah, there's no worse Cure album.
3 Imaginary Boys got 2, which I'm very shocked by. Self-titled and 413 together. And then the wittiest write-in, please stop the top hate. Hey,
So
wow.
we'll try. We'll keep it at 8%.
That
How
one
about
was
that?
directed towards me.
Yeah, you guys.
Oh, that person hates me.
So there you go. I don't think that's too big of a shocker there.
No.
So it just shows that we're not totally alone, you know.
Yeah, even Robert doesn't like that record.
Yeah. So all right. So this is the big moment, guys. You ready for this? All right. We've got the album of the year 2025, best Cure album ever. And the nominees are Dum Dum Dum, Songs of a Lost World, the new album, making it as a nomination.
First year.
Head
Wow.
on the door. Wow.
Rookie success.
Head on the door from 1985 and Disintegration. 1989.
Never heard of it.
Of course, we were very torn because Chaz was left having to nominate Disintegration, leaving out fan favorite Pornography.
Yes.
Can the fan vote pull through? We'll see. Drum roll. Dun, 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 dun. And the winner is Disintegration.
Is anyone shocked?
So, Cure fans like their consistency. What can you say?
Yeah.
You can't. 72% or 72 votes, 71% of the vote there. So pretty big blowout. Actually, it's right up there with the David Allen one. It wasn't even a hard decision for most. So, but yeah, I was a little surprised that the write-in option didn't compete a little harder. But 8 people voted for Songs of a Lost World, and then Head on the Door with only 7. So the write-in collectively got 14%. So that was the biggest runner-up chunk. And of course, the majority of those votes went to a little album called Pornography.
Oh, yeah, brothers. It's just
that was-
there.
I really thought there would have been more write-ins on that one. I'm actually
Yeah, so
surprised.
it technically was the next closest
Yeah,
there,
yeah, well,
even if you take it by specific votes. So Pornography, all the albums, another person that just couldn't bear to choose like their children. They're all great. They're all winners.
Yeah.
And
Even the fuck up.
even the fucked up.
Even the one that's in prison that keeps stealing my lorazepam.
Family of the
so-
converters, yeah.
And honorable mentions for Wish, Faith, Blood Flowers, and 3 Imaginary Boys.
Guys.
So-
Guys,
Yeah. We need to have a come to Jesus moment with the blood flowers
let's be
person.
serious.
Yeah, I think it was just one person probably, but so somebody had to stick up for it, I guess. So there you go, the big winner again, 2 years in a row. This is just someone's gonna have to topple it. Maybe this new Cure album that's coming out or supposed to come out will be the one that finally
No sophomore slump.
dethrones. Yes, we'll see. But yeah, so we did throw in a bonus question at the end here. I just couldn't resist. If I was typing in the questions, I said, we gotta know. So who is Bunny Lake? You get extra credit for this extra question.
Your mom.
And yeah, so, didn't get any yo mamas in the write-in, but we our nominees were an unknown musician friend, which actually got 7 votes, and then an unknown family member, just like, like a cousin or something that's just always kind of hanging around, got 11 votes. Oh, good old Morrissey was in the running, and no one voted for Morrissey. No one's buying that theory that he just hangs out at his house and they're actually best friends, and he helps with
It's
the
all been a
production.
psyop.
Yeah. And, Robert Smith himself got 29% of the votes. Why he would just not credit himself on some stuff and some seashell art is weird, but
Lord
it's a
works in
theory.
mysterious ways, sir.
So then the main suspect, all fingers are pointing towards Mary, Robert's wife, at 39%. Is she Bunny Lake? The fans think so. So we'll see. But the write-in options didn't really have too many others. They said,
Lol.
Oh, wait. Yeah, this had a whole separate sheet here. Yeah, so the write-in options were a postman, like the person that brings the mail just fixes a mic for him or something occasionally, maybe. A missing child, maybe, I think was what they had. Somebody wrote me in, so they thought that I'm Bunny Lake, but I can lay that theory to rest sorry, guys. I wish. Just a mysterious, it's somebody... Somebody thought it was them, whoever was voting. And so I said, I don't know. So some good stuff there. Some longer write-ins went as, I think it's a catch-all for an external assistance provided for a project, like a consultant, but it's most likely Mary. So they were thinking Mary, but it does kind of make sense. Maybe it could just be like an intern if he forgets their name or something. They're the collective Bunny Lake, maybe.
Hey, Bunny.
This one was probably Antonio wrote it. I thought it was probably one of you guys wrote this, but then there's some word usage that probably wouldn't match you guys. But it says, Morris C. and the Smiths are dog shit on a humid day. When he sings, he sounds like a R-word bull that's being castrated. So I was like, Antonio, was that you? Chaz?
No, absolutely not.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think the word choice was quite on point for you guys,
Yeah.
but the sentiment was there, maybe. But so not a fan of the Smiths, at least, or Morrissey for that matter. A furry rave where you hook up with bunnies that's what Bunny Lake is. Okay, and lastly, somebody wrote in a missing child that Robert kidnapped and is currently forcing to make greeting cards out of seashells. So,
I like that.
which kind of references the movie Bunny Lake. So yeah, that's a good choice. But I think the people have spoken, and we think it's Mary for now, for this year anyway. So we'll get back to you if we get more clues. But that about concludes the Cure Awards. Lots of big winners, some blowouts, a few surprises, some not so surprising ones. But I hope everybody enjoyed, and the one that they voted for came through. And we're gonna have a big after party now.
Hell yeah.
Where we make sure all of the Cure get all of their awards. We got a whole stack of them over here, so I'm gonna start signing all the envelopes. But did everything kind of pan out the way you thought, guys?
Yeah, I think so. A little surprises here and there, but overall it was a good time.
Yeah. And a successful second year,
We learned a lot about the listeners and the Cure, so we've all grown as people.
I mean, I've learned a lot of things about Morrissey tonight, too.
And Morrissey. So we'll post all this out there, in some form or another, so you can look at the results too, so you can relive the magic over and over again. So I don't think there's anything to add till next week when we dive into more casual Cure topic. Until then, talk hard, and here's your award.
Later.
All right, again, a huge thank you to everyone that voted and everyone else for listening. Antonio and Chaz for toughing it out in the wee hours of the night with me. And again, congrats to Matt Fisher. Keep an eye out for your postman. Hopefully he'll have a surprise prize for you on the way soon. And if you want your name added to the prize wheel, go ahead and join that Patreon. There's a lot of other great reasons to join too. Like, I'll be posting a new Holy Half Hour episode coming up this week, hopefully. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And you'll also be among the greats like Donna, Craig, Jeff Hilton, Jeff Cortland Jones, Sue, John, Allison, Alan, Dion, Amicio, Matt Ford, Tom Burns, Letty, John Roberts, Jason, Tony, Ben, Matt Fisher, Danny, Coulter, Tom Johnson, Francisco, Arno, Chip, Amber, Nicholas, Shirley, Jason Hall, Steve, Mara, Caroline, Brian, Sean, and Colin. Plus Kate over at CureThreads.com. It's an online shop with tons of original Cure-inspired designs on a wide range of products. Kate also runs Cure Arts Collab on Instagram, and there's a new theme that just got posted. The assignment is to take an example of literature that has inspired a Cure lyric. Like you could take Penelope Farmer's book, Charlotte Sometimes, and create an illustration for it. So much to choose from, and you can use our recent episode with Tanya and Peter, and even go back to the original Cure in Literature episode with Bella if you're stumped for ideas. You got the Gorman Gas books, you got the recent Hanging Garden one that we learned about, The Stranger, Something Wicked This Way Comes, so many to choose from. It's a super fun idea, and check out the original post on Cure Arts Collab on Instagram to get the full juicy details. Scott Kruger is co-host of the Sarlacc Digest, an all-Star Wars podcast that airs every Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. Pacific Time on YouTube and Facebook, with replays everywhere that you stream your podcast. Come listen along as the excitement is building towards Andor Season 2, which comes out in April. David runs The Obsessive Geek on Etsy. It's an online shop full of tons of cool products you can check out, and that includes 3D printed recreations of Cure album covers, such as the Three Imaginary Boys, Boys Don't Cry album covers, and the single cover for Boys Don't Cry. Spice up your walls with some great Cure related art. Dana is a super talented animation and illustration artist that is for hire, so you can check out her work at graphics.tv. That's graphics with an X.tv. And Tanya, when she isn't busy solving all the toughest Cure-related mysteries, she's working hard on spreading the word of 988lifeline.org. It's a suicide and crisis hotline with over 200 crisis call centers located all over the U.S., available 24/7, offering free and confidential support for people in distress, and numerous prevention and crisis resources. So if you or anyone you know is in need of help, please reach out. Tim is part of New Waterloo. It's an independent hospitality, development, design, and management company that owns and operates a slew of hotels and restaurants. And you can find those many lovely locations at newwaterloo.com. Lisa recommends that you visit Dickens in Calgary, Canada for a great live show or event. You can find their full listings at dickensyyc.com. Or hit up the goth scene in Little Rock, Arkansas. Jessica recommends checking out all the events put on by Club Nevermore. And you can find their upcoming schedule at clubnevermore.com. And of course, Chaz's other podcast, The Excommunication Station, where he and Chrissy take on the evangelical church with new episodes that drop every Wednesday everywhere you get podcasts. And on your way out, swing by our newest official Holy Hour merch store. It's run through TeePublic now, and the link is still in all the descriptions and everywhere that we could find it before. Same cool Holy Hour designs on t-shirts and a whole bunch of other stuff. So go check it out. And don't forget to subscribe in all the usual spots on Spotify, on YouTube, on Apple, and don't forget to follow our Facebook page and Instagram page and all the social medias. And feel free to send me a message anytime you want in relation to this, or awards or Cure-related topics, to gavinconner@gmail.com. That's going to do it for tonight. Go celebrate with your favorite Cure victory at the after party. You bring the Triscuits, I'll bring the squeezed cheese, and I'll meet you back here in 2 weeks. How's that sound? All right, guys, I raise my glass to the Cure. Tonight, big winners. Congratulations. Tog hard.
Thank you. Good night. I'm sorry we took so long to get here.